Vila was silent. The judges had spoken, the lawyers had screamed, and the streets of the Southeast were holding their breath. But the president? Nothing. Until now. The headline you saw is not a rumor. The presidency has finally broken its silence on the life imprisonment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the message they delivered is not what many Nigerians were hoping for. If you expected a calm, fatherly call for reconciliation, you may need to sit down. Today, we unpack the explosive statement from the presidency that has drawn a political battle line across the nation. The presidency has spoken through Senior Special Assistant Frederick Nwabufo, and his words have ignited a national storm. He warned the Southeast against what he called romanticizing criminals. While millions are pleading for mercy, the presidency insists, stop treating a convicted man like a hero. He argued that the peace of an entire region cannot be tied to one individual, and reminded Nigerians of the bloodshed and suffering associated with IPOB's activities. According to the presidency, nations survive on law, crime, and consequences, not emotion. This is a direct rejection of the narrative that Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. The government is painting him as a dangerous creation, one that should not be resurrected. But while the Vila is holding a firm stance, the Southeast Caucus of the House of Representatives is taking a completely different approach. Just yesterday, 44 lawmakers held an emergency meeting and appealed to President Tinubu to invoke Section 175 of the Constitution, the presidential power of pardon. Their position is simple. The courts have ruled, yes, but Kanu's continued detention is worsening agitation, not calming it. They warn that the Southeast is bleeding economically, socially, and emotionally. They insist that a political solution is the only viable path to peace. So on one side, you have lawmakers pleading, forgive him for the sake of national stability. On the other side, the presidency responds, forgiveness rewards criminality. As this war of words intensifies, Nnamdi Kanu sits in Sokoto prison. Senator Orji Kalu also commented, blaming Kanu for the death of thousands of Igbo people. He told the Southeast to stop shouting and instead kneel and beg. Meanwhile, leaders like Peter Obi described the conviction as a failure of leadership and justice. This split among Igbo leaders between those who defend Kanu and those who condemn him is exactly what the presidency is leveraging. A divided region cannot negotiate from a position of strength. Now comes the crucial question, justice or peace? The presidency argues that without law and order, a nation cannot function. The lawmakers argue that without peace, justice becomes meaningless. If Tinubu refuses to grant a pardon and the Southeast continues its Monday lockdowns, who truly benefits? But if he pardons Kanu and other groups begin to take up arms hoping for future amnesty, who pays the price? The presidency has chosen the path of tough love. Southeast lawmakers have chosen the path of political mercy. And the people remain caught in the middle. What do you think? Should Nigeria prioritize justice or peace? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.